Okie pokey weirdos, I'm Rev, and welcome to my world of fandom shenaniganery. Now let's talk about this meddling little insert expletive here. After posting one of my other Good Omens videos, linked up here, I had made a connection with what might be going on related to Metatron and his importance to the story. I'll explain later on how I took a while to get to this video because I lost my confidence in my hypothesis for a bit, because there's so little evidence with him only being in a few episodes. So yes, this is a hypothesis, not yet a theory, because this is based on a very limited amount of evidence and requires so much more investigating. I.e., I've been waiting for the third season to get more information on Metatron so that I can feel more confident about my ideas. And I've heard similar from other YouTubers. So, I am going to take this chance here on and share this little morsel of a thought that had been swirling around in my brain ever since we got our first visual of Metatron as the great and powerful Oz. Drumroll, please. Metatron has been meddling in Aziraphale and Crowley's affairs for quite a while, and it is because he realized that they are in cahoots with each other and probably over time has also realized that they have grown an emotional bond that has become extremely strong. I know, very original, right? Yeah, it's highly unlikely that I'm the first person who's had this idea, but I'm gonna roll with it. Okay, let's break it down a little more. When Shax flags Aziraphale down on the road and gets in the car, she mentions how rumors have been stirring around Hell that Crowley and Aziraphale have been something of an item for the last 80 or 90 years. Considering Hell is so far behind on a lot of things, it's likely that Metatron figured their relationship status out a little bit sooner than that. But when did he figure it out is the question. My guess is somewhere around the 1800s. I saw a post showing the difference between Crowley in 1827 versus 1862, and asking what did Hell do to him? In 1827, he's cracking jokes, he's being very goofy and silly. We even have this little amazing nugget where he gets high and is even more of a goofball. That night, he's then swallowed up by Hell, and Aziraphale doesn't see him again until 1862. The Crowley we get in 1862 is a lot more serious. He's dark, he's moody, and pretty dang emo. We don't have the same fun, playful energy with him we did 35 years ago. So yes, very much so, what did Hell do to him? Someone in the comments of this post even pointed out that he had a cane, which is not part of his usual ensemble. As well as he did not move a whole lot in the scene when we're used to seeing him sashay down the street walking hips first, or flinging himself out of chairs. Extremely rigid, and this likely means he was very badly physically hurt by whatever Hell did to him. That being said, I'm at a toss-up of if Metatron learned about the ineffable duo before Hell got a hold of Crowley in this century or right after. If it was before, Metatron could have tipped off Hell somehow that Crowley was making a no-no and needed to be punished. If it was after, then Metatron could have gotten tipped off that something was awry around Aziraphale because Crowley got swallowed up by Hell somewhere within the same location where Metatron would have known one of his angel soldiers is currently dwelling. Because having such a high-status demon being so severely punished would cause word to get around. With either option, Metatron eventually knew and would have actually started caring about the interactions between the angel and demon, and would have started moving in to deal with them. This scene also felt important to me involving Metatron, because I got the energy that Metatron was lurking somewhere around here, listening to every word. Remembering that angels and demons can change their gender and sex and visual representation by sheer will, Metatron doesn't even have to look like this guy when hovering around in any scene. So that idea got me absolutely paranoid, and I started scouring every scene trying to find people who looked similar to him whenever Aziraphale and Crowley are having important conversations, most commonly on park benches. So if you want to play the game along with me, let's call it Where's the Meddling Angel? And please leave mentions in the comments of where you found him lurking. The thing is, I lost my confidence in my Metatron hypothesis as well as my own analyses when I read one comment that mentioned something I completely missed. In this scene, Aziraphale is constantly looking out the window and is a little flustered and anxious, not only from Crowley revealing his feelings and being more than a little angsty, but because of Metatron lurking. I originally thought that Aziraphale was looking out the window because it was something more of him going, "Oh no, Metatron's gonna be here soon. Crowley, shut up, we don't have time for this right now." However, in a lot of comments, as well as analysis videos I have watched, they claim that Metatron was actually already outside the bookstore when Crowley was revealing his feelings. So instead of Az going, "He's going to be here soon, shut up," he was actually going, "How much is that little villain in the window?" I took some time to have my little freak out. Oh my god, I cannot believe I totally missed that. Then I watched a funny music video of Metatron put to the song Controversy by Eminem. I'll link it up here because I was dying laughing. I got my confidence back and decided to change my script a smidgen, because while I did not initially notice or think about Metatron already being outside the bookshop in this moment, it actually gives more evidence to my hypothesis and could eventually turn it into a theory if it's true. If Metatron has been meddling for this long, Aziraphale likely knew, because we already know that our angel boy here is not nearly as dumb as they originally played him off to be. Az always seems to have a plan, and it normally involves allowing Crowley the option to save him. The angel is constantly holding back until the very last minute before saving himself, as well as the others around him, as to give Crowley time to save the day. So this little smile goes, "Hey, hey, hey, that worked. It might hurt now, but now my little demon can be my knight in shining armor again, and it will make him so happy." As I mentioned in previous videos, Aziraphale is constantly scared of something. Maybe not just his feelings for Crowley, but also because he knew our ineffable duo was walking on eggshells the last 2 seasons. Because Metatron was always lurking in those windows. One final thing here. Can we all agree that this dude has a giant bright neon sign above his head that screams, "Villain"? Also, based on what color schemes have been set in this show, those which are supposed to be considered bad or at least related to hell are clothed in black, dark, and they're usually pretty gloomy. Things relating to the good side, or heaven, are represented by white, beige, and gold. But this dude is wearing a dark suit. What is that supposed to tell the audience based on the world that has already been set up?
I'm the bad guy.
Duh. And don't forget those subs, comms, thumbs, and a ding, and welcome to the madness.
I danced in the desert in the pouring rain, drank with the devil and forgot my name.